Hi.
Hey.
So I don't have anything to wear. And nothing really fits me anymore.
I'm like in the in-between of used to be pregnant and am not anymore.
I know, and you're tiny.
I'm not tiny.
I'm doing a lot of yoga.
I'm not.
You are.
No, I did yoga once. That's not doing a lot of yoga.
I have a necklace on.
I don't. Well,
you have on bracelets.
Listen, I do. Look at my burn. I burned myself on a hot glue gun. All right, so the reason we're naked is because we finally have merchandise, and it's coming in the form of a gray tri-blend t-shirt that says #mama.
We should wear some next time.
We will.
Next week we'll have on shirts.
All right.
Our shirts.
Or we could just keep getting more and more naked.
Well, would that work? Would you guys watch it more or less? I'm not sure.
All right, as usual, Celia has done it again, which I say literally every single time she writes a blog, but it's true. And this week was obviously a touchy subject, but really it wasn't that big of a deal, and people have just kind of gone apeshit over it. So
yeah,
do you want to?
Well, we have a fight going up on the fan page. We've got some fascinating comments, and there's one on the .com as well. But it was basically a blog I thought was more simple about talking to your kids about racism, because I've been obsessed with following everything that's been going on in Ferguson. It's a topic I feel really passionately about, and not Ferguson, but this country being steeped in racism. It really makes me feel sad, and I'm angry about it, and I'm embarrassed by it. And so I kept thinking about how I wanted to talk to my daughter about it, and I sort of even did research. How do I talk to her about it? And I Googled, and I couldn't really find anything other than paint by numbers kind of stuff, and I didn't love that. And so basically I just decided I'm just gonna start this conversation with her. I'm just gonna talk to her about it, and it was it went really well. I will say there's one line that happened in it that people have taken issue with, and I knew it when I wrote it. But the fact is, that is what I said, which was when she asked me at some point in this conversation about racism. She was like, I said a black boy was killed by a white police officer, and her reaction right away was because he was black. And I, for a minute, was about to be like, well, we don't know all the facts, and instead, I just actually did say, well, some people are going to say that's not the case, but pretty much, yeah, that's why.
I think also just. In my experience as a stepmom, when you have a kid past the age of 8 or 9, or depending on your kid's natural ability to understand things and maturity level, when you BS them, they know, and
right.
They get so frustrated. And I think the best thing to do is say, listen, you're entitled to your own opinion, and you can do your own research on this, but at the end of the day, I'm your mom, and this is how I feel, and
right.
This is what I'm going to share with you.
What people called me out for, and it's not incorrect, is that I said, yes, basically this kid was killed because he's black. And the fact is, there's not facts yet that actually definitely say that, right? That was their argument to me. But, the kid was shot 6 times, twice in the head, by a white officer. There's a history of racism there. He's a big black kid. I personally don't think that this would have happened had he been, a white kid. I'll say on air, if it comes out later that cop, absolutely was defending himself and it had nothing to do with racism, and that can be proved without a shadow of a doubt, I will completely retract that statement, and I will make sure to talk to my daughter about it and say that I was wrong and tell her why I jumped to that conclusion. If that's a conclusion that I really jumped to, we'll see.
Well, it's happened
no
so much lately with the man that was choked to death for trying to defend himself, and he wasn't being violent. I mean, there's a video of him.
Trayvon Martin was wearing a hoodie, and going for Skittles, right? Wasn't it Skittles?
been...
It's a lot. And there's racism in this country, and it's horrible. And like I said in the blog, you know, it makes me sad that I could read a book that took place in the 1830s and totally think to myself while this was all going on in Ferguson, there were so many parallels between the two situations. 1830s versus 2014.
I think also, like, it's unfortunate, like, the banter, like, as a white woman, like, I hesitate to say, like, a black woman, or, like, to use that kind of lingo, like, my friend so-and-so who's black, or, like you said to your friend, it's because you're black, or whatever, the other day, like, as a joke, but, like, it's unfortunate to me. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, like, it just seems like, it reminds me of, like, this is a weird, like, analogy, but, like, in France, like, they're like, everybody, all the kids, like, can go buy wine and cigarettes for their parents and come home, and they all drink at, like, a younger age. None of them are, like, drinking wine to get wasted. Right, you know what I mean? And I think,
it's a cultural thing.
Right, and I think that, like, in our country, there's so much of, like, a black or a white, no pun intended.
Right.
But, you know, like, where there isn't that gray area that, like, we can be comfortable in a humor about it right now. And I think that's
why I wanted to have the talk.
Exactly.
Right.
So I think, like, to be able to pass something like that on, and to have, you know, black friends, like, do we really have to say African American? Is that really the correct term?
Oh my gosh,
like,
no,
can't we just say to our friends that are black that they're black? Because you know, some of them are Jewish, some of them are Hindus.
I just told this story to my best friend on the way here about my girlfriend, who's actually, her picture is in the blog with her son. That's my girlfriend Aquila, and we once were doing a project when we were getting our masters, and I said African American, and she was like, I'm going to stop you right now. I'm not African American. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, you are. And she was like, I'm not actually. I'm from the Caribbean, so
I want to know what Oprah has to say about that.
I do too. I've been tweeting at her like a crazy person.
Oprah, we want to know what you have to say about that.
She was like, I know I'm black. You can just say I'm black. I look in the mirror every day. I know
Oprah,
I'm black.
are you black or are you African American? And can we call you black?
Yeah. Someone get Oprah on the line.
Can we call Oprah black?
I was told recently that I can call Oprah my homegirl.
We're naked, and we want to know if we can call you black.
Yeah.
And also, I think a good reason to be naked is to end the month of breastfeeding awareness, topless. And also, we have, just to skip around a little bit and finish this before we talk your heads off, we have an amazing, really beautiful blog from Scarlett that's going to be up on Thursday, so look for that. It's about her son turning 3 and being 3, and also about what it feels like when you may or may not be done having babies, for people to say, are you done, are you done, are you done, if you only have one.
Yeah, I loved this blog.
It's a really beautiful blog.
Good. Yeah.
And we also just want to thank you so much for all of your support. You guys have been really making Mamas, like, something.
Almost 7,000 people have read this last blog, the 99 Problems one, and last week our Talk Tuesday hit 5,000.
So we just wanted to say thank you, because we had a vision and it's coming to fruition, and that's because of you guys.
And she's naked.
And
naked baby.
Half of all the naked babies and naked mamas out there, and breastfeeders and non-breastfeeders, and blacks and white, we say peace out and happy Talk Tuesday.
Bye.
See ya.